I am a writer. It's what I do now. I love it. It's amazing. It is a lot of work, you know, not just the writing part. You want to make sure that your writing is good, for one. So there's lots of stuff that you want to do to make sure that you are constantly improving and that you're writing good stuff and that you're writing stuff that people want to read. Obviously, first and foremost, you should be writing what you want to write. You know, if you're not passionate about what you're writing, the readers can tell your book is not going to do great. One of the big things is to read a lot. Read a lot of books, especially ones that are kind of like new and coming out, and that will help you hone your craft. It will help you kind of find out what you like, and it'll help you find out what is out there, what is popular right now, what's already been done. I suck at reading. I enjoy reading. I do, it's fun, but I suck at it because I have like a million other hobbies that I would rather be doing than reading. And also, what's more relaxing than reading a book? Watching TV. I'm a huge TV and movie person. I definitely need to get better at reading, but I don't really think that it's an absolutely awful thing that I don't read a lot. By watching movies and TV, I don't see examples of other people's writing on paper, but there's so much stuff that you can get out of movies and TV that can help your writing. For example, something that I've been doing a lot lately is watching movies and picking apart the plot. First of all, doing the, okay, that was the inciting incident. Okay, that person is the mentor. Okay, this is the hero's journey. Okay, that was the dark night of the soul. This is the climax, and kind of structuring it out that way. You can do that with different genres and story archetypes. Make sure you can identify story arcs and character arcs and plot lines and important parts of the story and subplots and how it all works together. Movies are just as good as books for that kind of thing. Plus, when you're watching movies and TV, you can see the writing that has gone into this. So you can especially get the dialogue of the characters, and you can see it in the scene setups, and just kind of when you're analyzing the whole plot together. You can get a lot out of movies and TV that can improve and help your writing. Watching movies and TV shows also is very useful in letting you know what is popular right now. Another thing that I know that people do, this is kind of like a writing exercise or practice, is watch a movie and then write it out in novel format. Writing a whole movie into a novel is definitely a big project, but you could always just take like little scenes and work on that. Okay, but reading is important and you should definitely do it if you're a writer. Something that has definitely helped me get into reading more is audiobooks. Now, again, you are not seeing the sentences written on the page, but you know, you're hearing them, and that is almost as good. You can still get a great feel for sentence structure, paragraph layout, flow of the writing. You get to hear great metaphors, dialogue, all of that jazz. You're just not reading it, you're listening to it. Listening to audiobooks is almost just as good as reading them. Don't let anybody make you feel that if you're listening to audiobooks, oh well, you're not technically reading the book. They're snobs, don't listen to them. I'm definitely still a big fan of reading physically because obviously it helps improve your reading level and helps your brain do awesome things, and it helps you see grammar and awesome stuff like that. Plus, just holding a book in your hand is just sometimes really nice. And they smell good. So I have issued a challenge for myself because I think it's definitely important to keep giving yourself goals to improve my writing, and that is directly linked to improving my reading. This is the final book in my favorite book series ever. It came out like 3 or 4 years ago. It's been a hot minute. I am this far through the book. I started reading this book almost a year ago. That's how bad of a reader I am, guys. Really bad. Really bad. But I've listened to like so many audiobooks since then, like one a month, which for me is a big deal. So go me. But my goal is to finish this book by the end of the week. It's not that I don't love this book and I don't think it's awesome. Yes, there was like a little bit of a slow start, but now I'm like super into it. I just like, as soon as I set it down, I just don't want to pick them back up. So I'm making myself a goal to finish this by the end of the week. And then I'll probably set myself this is how many books I'm gonna read a month or every 3 months or something like that. Because I do need to read more. Make sure that you are primarily listening to the genre that you like to write, but definitely expand your horizons. Read, for example, YA author. My top choice of books is YA, but you definitely want to read other books of other genres because, you know, you want like a wide scope of what's out there, and reading other books will really help teach you things about the world, about writing. So definitely branch out, read some of the classics, read some nonfiction every once in a while, read some middle grade or sci-fi. Branch out, read more stuff. And if you're working on a book, be reading books that are like the book that you're writing. So for example, I am writing a pirate magic heist book. Don't steal my ideas. So I read a couple of books, listened on audiobook, a couple of books that had sailing ships in them, that had pirates in them, and I have recently listened to Yaden. And I recently listened to a book called The Heist by Janet Ivanovich and Lee Goldberg. It was, first of all, an amazing book. She's an amazing writer. It was funny and adventurous, so well done, so well written. But also is a heist book, so I could analyze the beats of the heist and kind of apply that to my own story. So even though it was more of a realistic fiction, totally different genre than mine, it was still very helpful to my writing. It is okay if you are a writer and you are not a big reader. You can make it work for you, but definitely push yourself to read a little bit more. There are so many amazing books out there, guys. You can find pretty much anything that you're looking for. And if you can't find what you're looking for, write it yourself. But movies and TV shows are good, and audiobooks are great, and physical books are awesome, or Kindle books or ebooks or whatever, okay? Any kind of stories, be taking them in, analyzing them, and using it to make you a better writer. It's my little tidbit of writing helpfulness, hopefully, today. Go read a book or watch a movie, but read a book as well. But movies are good.